Hey everyone, it's me. Who else would it be? So, Sunday the 18th, and I just want to say, wow. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that that one video to go over 2,000 views. I don't quite know what happened, because usually my videos get like 100, maybe 300 on a good day. So, and the title wasn't even like grabby or anything. Like, that's the weird part. So hello to everyone who may be new here. Hello to old friends, hello to new enemies and old enemies and stalkers and everyone else. Yeah, I just was not expecting that, and thank you for everyone for your comments, whether they were helpful or not helpful or mean or whatever. Just thank you for boosting the algorithm and for taking the time to comment, and if you took the time to listen. And I love the comments that were like, shared your stories with me, because I love that. This lighting is making me look really pale with this new hair. It's not done yet. This is not my final form. If you go on my page, my community page, you will see, for anyone who already voted and was like, what the heck is this for? Or for people who didn't or did vote and already knew what it was for. Yeah, there's a poll, purple, blue, or red. I also have that weird sushi color, but it doesn't turn out in my hair very well. So those are the colors I have. Right over there, you can't really see them. And yeah, I have a couple more, but I just don't want to fuss with them. I have a yellow, but I feel like, you know, I have red, purple, and blue in great quantities. So go vote if you want. There's still a couple more days until I can put the color in. So I'm been running around with this for a while. I'm letting it rest. I had to do a lot of work to get it, to bleach it and whatnot, because it's been so long, and I've been using cheap shampoo, and I finally had the money this month to get the good shampoo and the leave-in conditioner and all that. So I'm letting it sit for a while. But by the end of next week, I plan to have it a color, so you can go vote. And so far, purple's winning. I'm not necessarily a big fan of purple, but I don't know how big of a fan I am of red either. I'd rather do teal, but I don't have it right now. Maybe next time I'll buy a teal kit and I'll do it teal or turquoise or something like that, because I really like the way that one looks on me. So vain, I know. But yeah, I really appreciated everyone who shared their stories and took the time to inbox me. I know I'm horrible. I have people reach out to me, and I'm so horrible at getting back. I don't know, I'm just lost in my own world most of the time. And it freaks people out because they're like, well, you do YouTube. How are you so socially awkward? How are you not an extrovert? How are you bad at talking on the phone when your job is literally talking on the phone? And it's just, it's different. And plus, the job thing is completely different. I know what to expect, and it's a different mode that I'm in. I'm not Lori, so that makes it easier. You know, and I make phone calls for Josh and for myself and whatnot, and I'm in a different mode. I'm not me. I'm in work mode. So, but yeah, we did a transport this morning, and now Josh is taking a nap. I tried to take a nap, but I don't know. I have to wake up super early, and I'm not an early person when my schedule is actually balanced, which right now it is. And I put a picture on the community page of the dog we did today. It was my first not beagle or husky. Woo! I hear a lot of schnauzers go through, but I haven't got one yet. This is my first bully breed that we did a transport with. I was so excited, and he was so cute, because in the pictures I thought he was bigger. Then he turned out he was total like short, stout lowrider. like 45 pounds, so friendly, so lovable. I was just like, oh, I want to keep him. Can we trade him for Pip? Speaking of which, when we got home, I don't exactly know how he did this. He did not break the kennel this time, but he got out. I don't know if he figured it out, but he's got these long toes. Maybe he did it and figured out how to use them like fingers. Maybe it didn't latch right. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out, because Pip keeps me on my toes. He's always, we're like having this battle of wits. Like, he does something and then I figure out how to solve the problem, and then he figures out how to solve the problem that I created by fixing the problem that he created. And I'm pretty sure soon he'll figure out how to open the fridge and get on top of the refrigerator where we keep stuff that we don't want him getting into. And this little bugger, there will not be a BarkBox opening with those two, unfortunately. I don't know. I don't want to punish Lola and Junior. But I also don't want to punish Penny. But at the same time, that's her homie. You know? She was in her kennel being a good dog, though. So I'll give her, we gave her something, and we'll probably give her more something out of the new BarkBox. But he ate one of the BarkBoxes. It was Junior and Lola's. The toys are fine, but all the treats were eaten. So he doesn't get dinner tonight. No, I'm just kidding. He will. But I know that he's going to, yeah, he's not going to be a happy dog. You know. But he's happy and fat now. But yeah, he ate both bags of treats. He ate the bento sticks that came with. This is not the first time he's done stuff like this, or he's eaten stuff he's not supposed to. Don't worry, we have pumpkin and all that other stuff if we need it on hand. I don't know, you could call me a hoarder, you could call me prepared, you could call me a person that lives in the middle of nowhere that makes sure that they have everything they need without having to drive 2 hours to go get it. So, like, somebody's like, why did you buy so much peroxide? Just in case, because Walmart's 2 hours away. One way. Well, it's like an hour and 45 minutes one way, and then, you know, back. So, because I don't want to have to drive that far to go get an emergency item. Anyways. Sorry, it's taking me so long to get to this. Okay, so things are going better. He says he's going to work tomorrow, and I'm nervous about that. Because that's usually when the regging happens. Like, I'm not, like, me being the kind of person I am, I'm like sitting here trying to analyze all the pieces to figure out what exactly happens to trigger a reg attack. And we were joking with each other, because he would tell me, he goes, yeah, before my accident I was a real asshole, and then after my accident I just became this really chill guy. And I'm like, well, what if Reggie is like really Josh before the accident, but he's pissed off because he's been dormant for like 20 some years. So, you know, he's like he's been in a coma for 20 some years, and now he's mad and he wants his life back. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm probably being facetious, but what if? I mean, I used to have like this fear of him becoming who he was before the accident again. So, I don't know, but he was also like an 18-year-old boy, so, you know. Aren't all, most 18-year-old guys kind of jerks? You know, and then there's people who haven't been here, and they commented, and they don't know the whole story because they were new, and they you know, maybe they didn't want to listen to the whole video, or maybe, you know, they just don't know the history. And Josh, like, my stalker's like, oh, what do you get with guys who are broken or whatever, trying to fix them? I ain't trying to fix nobody, okay? Except for my dogs, which are already fixed. At least where they can't have any puppies. I hate when my this is blonde. I like when there's a little roots. Okay, it's bugging me. I want to be like, okay. I'm not trying to fix nobody. I don't want to fix nobody. I am not a rehab or anything. I will help people make steps to get themselves better. And also, I have mental illness, so who am I to be like, oh, I can't be with you because you have mental illness? But the thing is, this is not who Josh is or was. And then about a year ago, when he got sick and he almost died, things started changing because of the C word, the C-19 word. He almost died. Oxygen, brain things. There's a thing called C-word dementia, and it started changing his personality. And then he got the MRI and the news from the doctor, and even though we haven't officially seen a neurologist yet, his doctor strongly believes that it is dementia, which alters a person's personality. It's not very, it's early stage. He can still do this, he still can do that, but he does have symptoms like the not eating, the forgetfulness, the disorientation, if he doesn't sleep enough, you know, if he doesn't eat right, which when he doesn't want to eat, that's a challenge. You know, and then he has the pancreas problems, which if he works too hard, it starts just excreting toxins into his system, which changes mood. So it's very challenging for both of us. And I can only imagine, yeah, I know why he started drinking again, because imagine being 42. Well, he just turned 42, but imagine being 41 and had the doctor saying, you have the brain of an 80-year-old. You know, and he can't work the way he used to anymore. He used to be able to work in the sun all day and be fine. He used to be a workhorse kind of guy. So it's very hard for him. And since that incident, I hate being like, ooh, because then something's gonna happen. He goes to work tomorrow, you never know. Since the incident, it's been fine. You know, he hasn't really been eating the right way, or there's been days where it's like, eat, drink, here's a shake. But, you know, he's been chill, he's been not drinking, he's been, you know, doing everything he's supposed to be doing, going to his AA, just, you know, taking his meds, all that stuff. So, yeah, I am worried about him going to work tomorrow, but he said he's going to. I was like, okay, help me have a backup plan. And, you know, I kind of say it joking, but I kind of don't. And he knows that I'm not. And you can tell the side of my face is a little, I'm going to the doctor. I have a bump, like right here. I don't know what's going on. It's not a toothache. But, yeah, like back here. This is kind of swollen. But I'm going to the doctor Thursday. There's no calendar. And it has like all our doctor's appointments. And like 90% of them are Josh's. And then there's 2 for me, my therapist, and when I go to the doctor to have that looked at. If it's time. I'm just gonna have a full panel done. So yeah, full sugar Coke. Woo. But like I said, you know, I'm not feeling hot, and this is helping me. But it's just a normal once a month thing. And I'm actually surprised that I'm up and functioning and drove today, because usually I'm in bed crunched over in pain, crying and screaming and cursing and wishing for death. So I'm like, what? Maybe the sugar helps. I don't know. Usually I just want meat or like cheeseburgers or like beef sticks or jerky, but this month I wanted bread and Coke. Coca-Cola and Texas Roadhouse rolls, which we don't have a Texas Roadhouse. So I just got these rolls from this local baker, and they were pretty good. They were huge. They were like this big. They were Danish. But yeah, those really helped. Okay. She's sleeping under my chair. Hey. Go out there then. Sorry to anyone who's watching with dogs that reacted. There's somebody outside with a loud car, so of course she has to go bark at them. See. But really that's about it. I mean, there's other stuff that I'm going to talk about in a members only video that's going on, not with Josh or me. You know, and honestly, if I'm gonna say who drives me more insane and stresses me out more between Pip and Reggie, I'm gonna say Pip. I'm gonna say Pip stresses me out more, because at least Reggie goes away and lets me sleep. Pip does not. Yeah, and sometimes I wish I could get rid of both of them. But, you know, when you love people, you don't give up on them easily. And, you know, there were comments, and I'm not going to try to make this more than 20 minutes. I'm already sorry it's more than 15. There are comments about, you need to learn to love yourself, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, that's not the issue, but thank you. I don't know how to respond to that nicely, because it's like, I do love myself. I'm a caregiver kind of person, even though I suck at it. And plus, I'm not the kind of person who can be like, I don't want to throw people away right away. Trust me, I cut people off. Why do you think I don't have special guests in a lot of my videos anymore? Because I had to cut people off, you know, for lying to me or whatever. And I just, you know, like, when I'm really close to someone, it's harder. And, you know, I'm not gonna fault for somebody for being sick or anything like that. You know, and another person is like, blah, blah, blah. It's like, because I totally knew when I got with Josh 5 years ago that he was going to get dementia. I totally knew. You know, it was not a surprise at all. Yeah, okay. In case you don't know, that is sarcasm. But, you know, obviously, I haven't got rid of Pip yet. I haven't got rid of Penny yet. I'm not the kind of person who just does that. You know, I can't. It's gonna come down to something really hard. Sorry. My aunt texted me about something that I'm gonna be talking about in the members only. Like, I'm gonna have to be sick or something for me to have to get rid of these two. And the last choice would be a shelter, but Lola and Junior are never going anywhere, because those are my dogs and they've been my dogs. These are fosters, but probably not forever, probably forever fosters, I mean, is what I meant to say, you know. And it hurts me when people are like, oh, they found their forever home, because I don't feel like this is it. I don't feel like I have the adequate amount of spoons to give them what they need, but unfortunately I am the closest thing to it right now. So I feel like Pip would do better in another home. I don't know, I think Penny's gotten used to this home, but I feel like she would have a better life somewhere else too. I just haven't found them yet, you know? But it hurts me because, like, I feel like I could be... I feel like they could be better. They could do better. I feel like I don't have enough to give them. And it makes me feel bad. Like, and then people say this or this. Yes, I know Pip is skinny. Pip eats like a horse. He eats more than any other dog in the house. He just has a really high metabolism. You know, and you're never going to make everybody happy. I know that. So, like, when people leave comments, like, you're the bad guy no matter what you do. You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. You're going to be the bad guy no matter what to somebody, somewhere. And I have so many thoughts in my head, but I don't want this video to be forever. Like, another thing is, like, I don't want anybody to make me out to be a hero or a role model or anything like that. Don't do what I do. Don't come to me for advice. I'm just barely surviving myself, okay? Like, and I'm just gonna say this and hopefully be done. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. I'm just trying to survive day to day. I'm a crazy woman. I am a crazy woman who honestly is barely functioning, but somehow has functioned well enough to fool other people into thinking that I'm a functional adult. 10 years ago, I was in a horrible marriage. I was living in a bed bug infested, because of our neighbor's apartment in the war zone in Albuquerque. I was driving a car that I was paying like $400 a month for, that was like a 1999, because I had to get it from one of those buy here, pay here places, you know, where they charge you like $17,000 for a jalopy, you know. And I was doing things I wasn't proud of. I don't know, like, I had caregivers. I had people who came to the house and cleaned the house for me. I was in such severe depression. I don't know. Like, that was me 10 years ago. Up until 2017, 2018, I had caregivers. Now I'm a caregiver. I don't understand it. Another part of my depression is the fact that I'm not good at staying in one place. It feels stifling to me, because I have never lived anywhere in my entire life this long. Before living here in this house, I never lived anywhere more than 4 years. And this is I'm talking about my childhood as well. They're playing over here. So that is part of my depression, because I miss living in my car. I miss traveling, you know. But at the same time, I never had my own stuff. I bounced from place to place, stayed with friends, stuff like that, rented rooms off of Craigslist, lived in motels. So it's a completely different life. Like, people probably who know me now probably would be like, who the hell, what are you talking about? The people who knew me back then look at me now and they're like, who is this person? Who are you? Like, what? This isn't the Lori I knew. So, anyways, if you watched this far, I'm sorry for being so long and long-winded. I'm gonna go before it gets any longer, and I will see you in the next one. Laters.